G'day everyone, how's it going? I'm going to be doing this video audio only. Not feeling too great and I'm just feel like doing it this way. So if this is your first time, this is my round tipping video. I'm going to give my tips on who I think's going to win games. This is pretty standard at this point. Should know how it works if this isn't the first video you've seen. Obviously this is the first. I'm doing it audio only. Not so sure what's going to be on the screen, but I'll figure something out. So yeah. So round 5 begins with Brisbane Lions hosting Collingwood at the Gabba. I think this is going to be an absolute cracking game. I think it's going to be really good. I'm hoping Brisbane sort of respond from last week against Essendon. It was a bit of a scrappy, not a very good game for Brisbane. There was a few moments where they really got kind of spooked, I suppose, and Essendon were just able to run all over them. But I'm hoping this is going to be a much better game from Brisbane side of things. It is at home for them, and it's a sellout apparently. It's hasn't happened for a very long time at the Gabba, so this is very exciting. I do hope it's more Brisbane fans there than Collingwood fans. That would be a bit odd, but no, I'm really looking forward to this game. I was going to go to it, living in Queensland, but ended up not going. So yeah, I'll be enjoying it from the TV. But I'm actually going to tip Brisbane for this game. Collingwood are sort of just the favourites. They're not overwhelming favourites, but they're favourites nonetheless. But I'm going to tip Brisbane. They're going to fight back from last week's disappointing game. And I'm sure Collingwood will fight hard to win this game. It'll be a strong game to win for their premiership contention, I suppose. But this will be a really good game for Brisbane to win. If Brisbane can win this game, it might not say it might not even say they'll be in finals, but it'll have a strong idea that this game will mean they'll be in finals. But it could also mean they could go fairly deep in September, maybe. Who knows? But I'm actually going to tip Brisbane to win this in a bit of a bold prediction. But Collingwood could easily win this, I suppose. But I'm just going to tip Brisbane. I feel like Brisbane. I feel like Brisbane are going to surprisingly win this game, and Queensland's going to be all up and about if Brisbane win this game. So I'm going to tip Brisbane. On Friday we got 2 games. There's North Melbourne hosting Essendon at Marvel Stadium. I think this will be an interesting game. I think for Essendon to really prove that they've fixed their issues from the first 2 rounds, they need to win this game. If they don't win this game, North isn't in great form at the moment. They won against basically a pathetic Adelaide last week, so I think Essendon, I'm going to tip Essendon to win this game, and they almost need to win this game. If they don't win this game, that'll bring back questions. I think it depends what kind of team they're versing, what kind of North, but I'm going to tip Essendon to win this game because I do feel like all of Essendon's issues are over, and they're a strong team now. They're going to be a strong team this year, I feel. All their issues should be... Oh, hello, that's loud. All their issues are fixed, so that should be good. The next game on Friday, we head over to Perth, and that is Eagles hosting Port. I think this is pretty comfortably an Eagles victory. I think that's pretty easy to say. Eagles are just... they had a pretty bad game last week against Freo in the Derby, so they're going to want to cement themselves, and this is the perfect game to cement yourself and prove that you're still a top team. So I think the Eagles will win this game very comfortably. On Saturday, there's the Giants hosting the Dockers. I think the Giants are sort of up and about from last week's win over the Cats, so I think they're just going to continue going in the merry way. I'm very excited by the type of footy the Giants are playing at the moment. It's very good footy. It's very, there's not many teams at the moment that are playing, sexy footy. There's not many teams playing exciting, good-looking footy. I think Giants are one of them. I think Brisbane's one of them. And yeah, I think there's not many teams. I think the Cats are one of them when they're playing good, but that's about it. So I think the Giants will win this. Pretty comfortably as well. I think it's going to be a good game though. I think it's going to be a pretty good game because the Dockers they still want to prove themselves. They've still won 2 games this year. They're still going to want to try and be up there and everything like that, but I think the Giants are just too good. So yeah, simple tip there, Giants. Alright, MCG, Melbourne versus St Kilda. This, I think, could be game of the round. If the Saints win this, I don't even know what to think. I honestly don't know. I wouldn't know what to think if the Saints win this. I could think they could be up there in finals. They could easily be up there in finals if the Saints win this game. Melbourne, I don't know if I should I don't know if I should go with my little instinct inside me that says the Saints are going to win this, because I can really see the Saints winning this. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Saints, but I think Melbourne are gonna because last week I forgot who Melbourne versed last week, but it wasn't a great. It was Sydney. It wasn't a great win for Melbourne, really. It's a damaged Sydney side, I suppose, but the only team they've beat is Carlton, and Carlton have proven, week over week that, they're nothing really. But I don't know if Melbourne are going to win this. I'm going to tip Melbourne just because I feel like they need to win it. If they want to be in finals. If Melbourne don't win this, I don't think they're making finals. I know it's still sort of early. Well, it's not really early anymore. It's getting into things. But I'm going to tip Melbourne just because I trust them more, I suppose. But I honestly won't be surprised if St Kilda win it, and I would be very happy if St Kilda actually win this game, because that'll be mind blowing. That'll be great. So I'm going to tip Melbourne, but I'm going to kind of hope that St Kilda win it. All right, Richmond versus the Swans at Marvel Stadium. I think this is pretty comfortable to say Richmond are going to win this. I hope they win it, because as I've said in the previous video, the Swans, this is a very beatable Swans side at the moment. They don't know where they're at, I don't think. Buddies, they got the whole Buddy situation. Not so sure what's going on with the Swans, but I think Richmond are going to win this. And I reckon they're going to play a very good game to show what kind of. I reckon they're going to be basically back to how they were last year in 2017. That's just my thoughts. I think Richmond are going to be back in this game. They're going to win it comfortably by 30 plus, and I reckon it's going to be an alright game. So yeah, Richmond to win this very comfortably. On Sunday, we head over to the Bulldogs and Carlton. I don't think Carlton are winning this. The Bulldogs are going to want to prove themselves from the last two games when they lost. Did they lose against I think it was the Suns and then Collingwood? They're going to want to back themselves up, and I reckon the Bulldogs are going to win this very comfortably. Maybe a good game. Might be a good game. I think Carlton. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think of Carlton. I'm gathering new opinions every week about Carlton. First, it was, it's some good signs. They might win a lot of games this year. But now it's like, are they even going to win a game? I don't know. So I'm going to tip the Dogs. Crows vs Suns. Now this has actually kind of shaped up to be a very interesting game. Adelaide were tipped to be top 4 almost, and a very good premiership contender, and now they're sort of just scraping by with 1 win, and the Suns have got 3 wins. That's quite bizarre. So I don't really know who to tip, but I'm going to tip Adelaide. This is probably going to smack me in the face, isn't it? But I'm going to tip Adelaide because they need to win this. Adelaide need to win this. If they don't win this, they're done. Goodbye. So I'm going to tip Adelaide. However, I mean, really just because it's at home. That's really all. But Gold Coast Suns could win this. They're showing a lot more drive at the moment than the Crows. And honestly, they're more connected than the Crows, I think. So I'm going to tip the Crows. But God, I would not actually be surprised if the Suns win it. I honestly wouldn't. That would just be weird, and I'll think Crows could be bottom 2, maybe. Oh well, I'm going to tip the Crows, but interesting game. Interested to see it. Monday, I'm very looking forward to this game. It is Hawks versus Geelong. I'm super excited to see this game. This is going to be a good game. 2 teams that I feel at the start of the year should have been up there, and I think the Cats will definitely be up there, and I think the Hawks want to prove themselves of where they truly sit, and if the Hawks win this game, they can prove themselves that, hey, even with our injuries, even with all your thoughts, we're still up there. But I do think the Cats are in better nick at the moment, and I'm going to tip the Cats, but I think it'll be a pretty good game. Either it's going to be a close game, and the Hawks might win it, or the Cats are just going to blow it out of the water. I reckon they're going to just boil the Hawks, and it's going to be over before they know it. So I don't know, but yeah, I'm going to tip the Cats because I trust them a bit more than the Hawks at the moment in their form and everything. So yeah, so that's all my tips. This is a bit of a scrappy video, sort of around a bit of some rants, but I'm not feeling too great. And yeah, so thanks for watching. If you agree, disagree, let me know down below in the comments. Like the video, subscribe and stuff like that. And I will see you all next time. See ya.